Hello everybody, my name is Zelda and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Skyward. In the previous video, we obtained the most powerful shield in the game. In the video before that, we got the last part of the Song of the Hero. And today, we're going to return to Leviathan so that we can get the last part of the Song of the Hero. You guys know what I'm trying to say. So, without further ado, let's skydive onto his face and listen to this super awesome song. Bah, so you learned all 3 parts of the Song of the Dragons, eh? You have done well, young one. True to my word, I will perform the last part of the song for you. Now that you know the song, I trust you know what to do with it. The old song opens the door to a great trial. Should you succeed in conquering the challenge awaiting you there, I'm certain the path to the Triforce will be revealed to you. Back in Skyloft, there is a bunch of butterflies floating around the plaza. So, let's see how dosing abilities, even though it's already right there. Take out our harp and begin strumming along. Thrust your sword to the center of the mark and open the way to the final Silent Realm. What if I don't want to thrust the sword at the center of it? What if I wanted to thrust it on the edge? Fine, I'll do what I'm told. You better represent it! Master Lady you. You have entered the last of the trials, the goddess's Silent Realm. When you have filled the spirit vessel once more, you shall finally be recognized as a true hero of legend. Only then will you be shown the door that will lead you to the Triforce. Master, I wish you success. Do you have any questions before you face the task ahead of you? No! So now we're conquering the final science realm in the entire game. We never have to do these stupid things all over again. Yeah! So, I'm going to be explaining my strategies with this, but first I want to point out that the lightning round that we conquered in the previous video, you will not be able to gain access to the Goddess of Silent Realm portion of that minigame until you complete this one. So, if you're going in there before you get this far into the game and you're wondering why it's not there, that is the reason why. So, as usual, the vessels will only stay activated for 90 seconds. After that, the Guardians will start chasing after you. But you can have some beacons activated for 30 seconds when you pick up these fruit. So, I'm just gonna say this right now. Some of you might disagree with me when I say this, but I consider this one to be the easiest Silent Realm in the game. Because, first of all, we've been to Skyloft more often than any other place in the game, so its layout is a little bit more familiar to me. And there's only really 2 vessels, spirit vessels, that I have trouble with. The other Silent Realms, I have trouble with like a handful of them, but with this one, I don't really have trouble like at all. Not even this one over here, that might confuse some people on how to get to it. I just don't personally have a problem. I don't personally have trouble with this with this Silent Realm, with 2 exceptions, and I will be pointing those out when we get to them. So what you need to do to get over to that spirit vessel is when you climb up these buildings, you climb to the top. You want to be careful with that spotlight because if it catches you, then just like the other ones, the Guardians will be activated, just like it did right there. This is also post commentary because I felt like recording post commentary when I was recording this video. So, as I was saying a moment ago, the spotlight will activate the Guardians and make them chase after you, just like in any other Silent Realm. Where you need, if that one catches you, then try to get to the one in the staircase, because that would be the easiest one to obtain in this general area. You also want to be careful with this one right here, because this one is very similar to the one in the Nyra's Silent Realm, when there was a puddle of water and you had to move like a minecart to reach one. But with this one, you have to move a box before a spotlight reaches you. So you gotta be careful with that. There's also a dust garlic right there. I'm not going to be collecting too many of these right now because all of the upgrades that I want to do with my gear, they don't really require too many dust garlics, so there's really no point in me getting any more. I will be upgrading my items in the next couple of videos to their like the maximum awesomeness. So now we need to get over there and get those spirit vessels. The red water of death, you do not want to touch that, because if you touch it, then just like the red water of death in the other Silent Realms, touching that one will automatically make the Guardians that chase after you, even if you still have some time left on the counter. I believe there's a dust garlic over by the entrance to the cave. Don't quote me on that. I think there's one over there. I'm not entirely sure though. This one over here is the first one that gives me trouble because of this spotlight guy right here. You have to be very patient with this one, and as you guys probably know at this point, I don't have any patience. So, you need to be careful with this. Jump over there, collect the spirit vessel, and wait for the spotlight to go by. Remember kids, spotlight guardians always have the right of way. Move faster. You're so slow. So after he finally gets out of the way, we can finally go on our merry way over to this area to get the other spirit vessels of awesomeness. That guardian right there is just kind of minding his own business, and when you run past him, most of the time he'll chase after you. He's kind of like that's kind of a jerk placement to put one of those kind of guardians, because if you're going one way, you don't really know that it's there. They start chasing after you, and you'll most likely get caught. So that's a really jerkish place to put one of those guys. There's another one by the cemetery, and you also want to be careful with the spotlight guardian over there. I'm honestly kind of surprised that there's only one of them, because this would have been so much harder if there were two of them, and I think that would have been better if they had two of them over in the cemetery, just to make it a little bit more challenging. But with only one of them guarding it, it kind of makes it really easy to get this spirit vessel and then get out of the way of the guardian. The other two of them are over here. To be perfectly honest, this area right here gives me a little bit of trouble when I'm playing through it, because at least on my first couple playthroughs I had trouble with this area because I didn't really go into this area that much. On my first couple playthroughs I didn't really go after very many side quests, but as I kept playing the game I did eventually start going for 100%. So I didn't really get to this area, so my memory was a little fuzzy. But now that I know where everything is in this game, I can get to this area with ease. Oh, hoorah! And this is the last one that gives me trouble because of these spotlight guards that kind of go in and out and kind of moving closer to the spirit vessel. So that one could be a little difficult to obtain. All I can really say is after you get it, just be careful. Just be careful not to get caught by these guys after you collect the thing. Because if you're anything like me, then you're going to try to get out of here as quickly as possible and get caught by those guys. And be running for your life for however long it takes you to get back over to the entrance gate thing. So after this guy gets out of the way, we will be in the clear. And then we can get out of this horrible area. We never have to do these science problems ever again. Clap for joy! And with that, we're gonna finally get out of this science realm. Oh yeah! I bet the reward is gonna be super awesome. I bet it's gonna be a cup of eggnog. It's just a rock. That was such a rip-off. It's not eggnog, it's a rock. Congratulations, Master. You have passed all of the trials. The Stone of Trials you just obtained is actually one of a pair. Another similar object with a mark just like the one you hold exists somewhere on this island. Combining the two should open the way to the Triforce. I suggest you search for that magic stone. So, another story time. When I saw that stone, I actually knew exactly where to go in my first playthrough. Some people might have trouble trying to figure out where it is you need to go with that one, but I actually knew exactly where I needed to go because there's a bird statue over there that has a stone like it. And when on my first playthrough, when I was in that mode of being super excited over a new game and just wanted to see everything, I was like examining every little detail about this place, and I noticed that this rock right here only had like one red stone eyeball thing. So when I got the other one, after completing the silent realm, I was like, the bird statue, I know exactly where I need to go. I love how the cannonball just bounces off the rock and Link just stares at it. I will put Master of the Gear to you. My calculations indicate an 85% chance that the structure you uncovered houses the Triforce. Given this development, I project that the moment for Zelda to fulfill her destiny and bring an end to demise is close at hand.